Fellow Sierra Leoneans, this na Dr. Sylvia Olayinka Blyden, and today, Monday, May 10th, 2021. And this na audio number 32, where we go call audio 032. In my ongoing series of address to the people of Sierra Leone. As I promised you the last time, say this audio, we go discuss the Constitution and the National Electoral Commission, then calendar dates them, where they don't pull for the 2023 general elections. They may pull on last week towards the weekend. And I promise you say we will talk on that. I will take me time for explain to una why the dates then correct constitutionally and how come they come about for choose then dates then they. But when they read the document where they issue out and look the diagrams, I realize say some clarification they will need. And this na the time why they ready for do the audio last week this last weekend. And NEC office not they open over the weekend. So first thing this morning, I don't engage with senior officials then a National Electoral Commission. Forget clarification on some of waiting they na then document with an issue. So now that make an issue this audio all then days over this weekend. Now I just don't come out from the engagement with NEC and I don't come back to my office. And I can now do the audio broadcast. But before I do that, I want to highlight one or two, before I explain about the dates of the elections, I want to highlight one or two points them about the report and things them around the Electoral Commission. The first point where I notice is that according to the report where they put the strategy where they pull for last from now until 2024, I find out say there is no commissioner for the Northern Province and the Northwestern Province. So the entire northern axis of Sierra Leone, nobody know the right now when an electoral commissioner where they supervise the area there. And this don't be the case for over 1 year now. This is bad. It is very, very bad. And it's extra bad because that particular part of Sierra Leone, when at the largest geographical area of Sierra Leone, the northern axis of Sierra Leone, that particular area then, that area where no can vote for the current president and in political party where they in governance. So for make the president don't sit down for over 1 year, President Kabbah appoint a commissioner for the Northern Province and the Northwestern Province. It's very bad. But I want to use this opportunity also for call on both the executive arm headed by His Excellency the President and the Parliament headed by the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament for make them immediately do something which has been outstanding, where need for be done. That's now for make them amend section 32(2) of the Sierra Leone Constitution. Fortunately, this now one of the sections them where we can able amend now the Constitution without we not go for a referendum. In other words, as I may explain to one of my earlier audios them, this not an entrenched constitutional provision. Section 32(2) can be changed if 98 members of parliament then vote for change them. So at the call on the president and at the call on the speaker of parliament today, for make with immediate effect and start the process for amend section 32(2) of the Sierra Leone Constitution, so that we can now have 5 electoral commissioners. In 1991, where the great former president of blessed memory, His Excellency Major General Dr. Joseph Saidu Momoh, GCRSL, me enact and give we the 1991 Constitution, we may only get 4 regions in this country. We may get the western area, we get the northern province, we get the southern province, we get the eastern province. But we all go remember, say 4 years ago, His Excellency the former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma me enact a proclamation for divide the north into 2, so that we now get a northwestern province and a northern province. Because of that, it means to say now, electoral commissioner for oversight each province, it means we will now need 5 electoral commissioners. But the Constitution under 32(2) only make provision for 4 electoral commissioners. So it's very important for the President and the Speaker of Parliament for work together in the interest of this country, for make the executive arm and the legislative arm, they amend section 32(2) of the Sierra Leone Constitution, so that we can now get 5 electoral commissioners, 1 for each of the currently existing province. Because as it is right now, even when they go appoint the 1 more commissioner, we go there in charge of the north is so big that former President Koroma may get for divider into 2. So it means to say that commissioner, they go still be challenged. It means he needs somebody now, where in go then at the north, the other person then at the northwest, or in then at the northwest, the other person then at the north. So for now, the mere fact that the entire northern axis, northwest and northern province, they not get electoral commissioner for over 1 year now. And this you they see and glaringly in the report. All the commissioners, they all signed their signature and stamp them. They see the one for the western area, Iduam. Eastern province, Iduam. Southern province, Iduam. They all sign. Then they sign for the northern province for sign. Blank. Nobody not sign. And this not good. Because the northern province, the northern axis, northwest, and the northern province, they not can vote for Julius Maada Bio. They not can vote for SLPP most of the time. So for make we just left them, we not give them electoral commissioner for over 1 year now. It is very, very bad. And I think say the president supposed for with immediate effect take action for make them people here get an electoral commissioner with the oversight that region there. It is very unfair. And politically safe, it not even look good. Now, the second point where I see inside the report, I decide where the Chief Electoral Commissioner, in your comments where he make, where you read them, they talk about political intimidation and interference, where may happen between 2015 to 2019. That's not on, it give the impression like political intimidation, interference, where may happen inside that the previous electoral cycle. That I forget the impression like the former government. And this is untrue, unfortunate, and it's very unfair on the part of the Chief Electoral Commissioner, the way he write them. But fortunately, when you go and read inside the real report of INSESF, the real next staff them, you will find out, say, it is clearly identified that even from that 2015 term, the political violence, the political interference according to NEC, their own staff inside the report, contrary to the impression where the Chief Electoral Commissioner they give, everything clearly shows that SLPP, that then cause them, SLPP that then shook themselves to then kill person, SLPP that then may involve for that ballot box business na constituency 110 where then go scatter ballot box. And an independent lawyer back again, they accuse and say, seek an injunction. So, but when you read the cover letter, they give the impression like the former government may intimidate and interfere, which is very, very unfair on the part of the Chief Electoral Commissioner. But all in all, I must commend the Chief Electoral Commissioner, Mr. Koroma, and his team for the report we then produced. It was well done, well written. And I will spend some more time because a big bulky report. It gets over 100 pages them. I will spend some more time for look at them. I would draw the attention, for example, to page 113, which I then seem forget a typographical error or then look confused when they talk about the NCRA registration. You see one side where they say even if NEC, then cut her off. So it appears like NEC and this NCRA might have a challenge, but typographically or otherwise, I go want me then go look on page 113, the Chief Electoral Commissioner. It seems to be a serious mistake. Then of course they also make mistake on the money side. Then say they need $97,000 million, which is $97 billion, when a big mistake, serious error. This one are on the part of one William A. Davis. Now I make that mistake there. But that mistake stated, all over the document, even at page 83, then still they refer say they need $97,000 million, which is a very serious error. They really need $97 million and not $97 billion. So these are a mistake within the report. But other than that, so far, based on what you have seen at the report, I must commend the Chief Electoral Commissioner, Mr. Koroma, and his team. Then don't produce a very good report where I think all Sierra Leoneans will try to get a copy of that report today and read them. Now, for today, the main topic of this broadcast, now with the canto so now. How then choose, then dates, then we then choose. I don't see a lot of people, they write on social media, then they complain, then they grumble about rainy season, now elections, rainy season, why don't go choose rainy season? Well, my people, they're not getting no option. Now waiting the constitution say, now the dates them, then one in day. And I can explain until now how then they choose the dates for run and elections for president and elections for parliament. But before that, una way they complained about how na rainy season. And most of una way they complain, na million people them, na the All People's Congress Party. I want for remind una, because I know say some people can forget quickly, that na inside big rain season, na President Koroma win elections 2007. People they not forget to. Inside thick rain season, in the middle of the heaviest rains in August, where the rain they for done the bow ground, na President Koroma lead with the first rounds, he lead with over 40-something%. They will go to runoff in September, still under heavy rains. He win again the second rounds. So for make people in the grumble say, oh, rainy season, no. Rainy season, no. Dry season, no. When the people want change, when the people want their leaders, they will elect their leaders. So whether it's rain season or not, waiting incumbent on we, the people of Sierra Leone, are for come out and choose we leaders, rain season or dry season. In 2007, under heavy rains, people then come out and then go elect President Koroma as the new president twice. Because he beat SLPP twice. He beat SLPP August rainy season, he beat SLPP September rainy season. And why him get for bill inside rainy season? I mean, because now that's the constitution say, now the dates them. So we can look now how then they choose then dates they are. How within the constitution say, and how then they choose the dates. So that when I can properly understand how the dates then can shift, I will call out all the different dates then, where then choose elections for from where we start, from where President Joseph Saido Momo of blessed memory, from where he give the 1991 Constitution. After we get the very first election, after the military, then we don't come do them pata rubbish with them in do. We'll come back to multi-party democracy as we want. The first elections, we will hold them inside February 1996. Then we forget runoff, we hold the runoff back again, and then declare the president in March 1996, which was then President Kabbah. Then after that, President Kabbah and the SIPP then come, they were very misguided before they come and can sort out the war issue properly and just can't worsen the war situation. So the soldier and the Kamajo, them, they fet themselves, confusion, they at the place, stay, the soldier man in Baranta, because the Kamajo, them, they kill them. So the government try for control the Kamajo, then the Kamajo then not take control, then go slaughter and kill so much soldier man, then the soldier man themselves Baranta, they make coup. When they make coup now, the whole place just confusion, bring Tijan Kabbah come back, confusion, state of emergency, we're not able to get elections. So Tijan Kabbah really spent longer than 5 years becoming a state of emergency and social confusion at the country. But the next elections for presidency was held in May 2002. Now that election, there was no runoff because Tijan Kabbah win by a landslide victory. If you remember that last audio I tell you about that Wutete, where they get boku ghost voters, they all na then strategic towns they win SIPP areas them. So Tijan Kabbah win by a landslide victory of over 70% of the votes. So there was no need for a runoff. So in May 2002, Tijan Kabbah win the elections, no runoff. Now, after May 2002, the next elections was 5 years later, but not only inside May 2007. The next elections was announced for August 2007. August 2007. Not in May. So even though Tijan Kabbah elect him for a 5-year tenure way for end in May 2007, the elections, they not hold them in May 2007, they hold them in August 2007. And then the elections, they may get runoff, we then hold in September 2007. And then former President Koroma win the elections September 17, 2007. Now for 5 years they win. So you mean to say, by September 2012, September 17, 2012, then we don't get the next elections. But no, we not get elections September. We not get elections October. The next elections we will get was in November 2012. Make us say that again. If Koroma become president September 17, 2007, and for a 5-year term, it means to say that term there for done September 17, 2012. But we not get elections before that 10 day. We not get elections till November 17, 2012. And then declare Koroma as the next president because he win the re-election. Then declare him as the next president, he take over from himself on November 23rd, on November 23rd, 2012. Now, in 5-year tenure for then done, November 23rd, 2017. But we not get elections until the next year, March 7th, 2018. Now we get the next elections. Now, why this they happen, we dates them, they be more than 5 years for a sitting president. Naim Adika explain to Una today. Because I can hear where people then can say, oh, and it's by Koroma add extra 2 weeks for himself. No, not true. Now waiting the Constitution say. And Una pay keen attention as Adika explain to Una how the process they go constitutionally for choose elections of president and parliament, what we call general elections. Now, the Constitution say a president, a 5-year tenure he get. It did it clearly. And it cannot be changed. In fact, one of the one they win an entrenched clause that it was served for 5 years. But this same Constitution also make it clear that if the president in 5-year tenure don't done, he can still continue in office for as long as they not elect the next set of members of parliament yet. Make a talk and back. When the president in tenure they done in 5 years tenure, the Constitution also say that if the president in 5 years don't done, but we not elect the next set of members of parliament yet, that president they continue in office until they elect the next set of members of parliament in not a commoner office. In fact, the Constitution, na by force, is a mandatory. That is, even if the president self one say don't tire in one go, the Constitution say no, you know they come out, you they still there until the next set of members of parliament are elected. Now, we they elect the members of parliament and the president on the same day. And the results then he announced them around the same time. But a member of parliament in your 5 years, they start from the day where parliament first meet. I repeat, whilst the president in your 5 years they start from the day where he win the elections, immediately in 5-year tenure don't start, because as he wins so, then they swear him in the same day. The members of parliament, even though they don't win, they don't get the certificates and don't win, they don't announce the results and don't win. Then 5-year tenure, it not they start until the first day where parliament meet. So if even the person don't win from November 23rd, if parliament not meet stay December something, in your 5 years now December now start. This automatically they show you say, if the Constitution don't say the president, you can never leave office, even if your tenure, your 5 year don't done. You can't leave office until the next set of parliamentarians and they elect them. This they automatically show you, say, from the day when they elect and swear in a president, until the day when the members of parliament then start the first sitting, Now, a big chunk of days them, it can run self to weeks, when an addition pan the president. Then there is a further constitutional clause again, where talk say, all members of parliament for do 5 years. And after them 5 years done, if they want for go for re-election, they want go back na the constituency, say may they re-elect them. The country for make sure say, then get 30 days minimum. 30 days minimum. From the time where they done for sitting at parliament, where they 5 years done. You forgive them 30 days before you conduct another parliamentary elections inside Sierra Leone. So if the member of parliament now in dates don't shift, he don't win election from November, but he not sit, parliament not sit until December. And then an additional 30 days minimum for pass before you conduct any fresh election. The dates don't jump go inside January now. It don't go inside the next year, January. Now, the constitution says minimum 30 days for pass. Then it say, it not going to be 30 days. 30 days are the minimum. But it can be any day after that 30 days. As long as it not pass 90 days. That's like 3 months. So from the time when the person stops for being member of parliament, you get 30 days where you no go conduct elections for member of parliament. And enough for pass 90 days from the time where the person stopped for being member of parliament. So if we not don't observe slowly as I explain, it is show you now say a sitting president can automatically be in office for an additional 3 months and more from the time when 5 year tenure done. Now for that make President Kabbah in 5 year tenure mean done in May 2007, but they not conduct elections until August 2007. 3 months after President Kabbah in tenure done. Same way with President Koroma. In tenure mean done September 2012, but they not conduct elections until November 2012. When are 2 months after in tenure mean done. Same way again, President Koroma in tenure done November 2017, but they not conduct elections until March the next year, 2018. These na constitutional restrictions them we first then dates then they we I don't read out so. So now let we come to how then choose the current dates. As I tell you just now, the elections we're bringing Julius Maada Bio as the new president of Sierra Leone was conducted March 7, 2018. But that election, they may get run off because none of the top 2 candidates may get more than 55%. When a very good provision, by the way, this 55%. One fine day I will talk about why make it very good. So then we say let the first 2 people then go back and contest elections again. And so then conduct a runoff. And on April 4, 2018, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, the presidential candidate for SLPP, was announced as the winner and the new president of Sierra Leone. So now April 4, 2018, now President Madabio in tenure begin. So 5 years from April 4, now in tenure they done. So April 4, 2023, His Excellency the President Julius Madabio in tenure they done. In 5 years tenure they done. But he will still continue for their office as president. Just like how President Kabbah may continue, just like how President Koroma self may continue for their office even after the tenure then done, then 5 years done. And why he will continue for their office? Now just like how I explain tell you, he cannot leave office until the new set of members of parliament are elected. And the new set of members of parliament can only be elected a minimum of 30 days from when the old set of members of parliament then tenure they done. Now, when this particular parliament in tenure they done, let we go back and check. The first sitting we then get was on April 25, 2018. So they own 5 years of all the members of parliament. They own 5 years don't start on April 25, 2018. But the president in your 5-year tenure start April 4, 2018. So the president in your 5-year tenure start over 3 weeks before the members of parliament their own tenure starts. So the president in tenure starts April 4, 2018. The members of parliament their own 5-year tenure starts April 25, 2018. So it means to say there can be no elections in this country for members of parliament until after 30 days. 30 days from April 25, 2023. And of course, we all know, say, the presidential elections and the parliamentary elections, now the same day we they get them in what we call general elections. So the parliamentary elections now in the dictate when we forget the presidential elections. I repeat, the general elections now the same day for both the presidential elections and the parliamentary elections. So the parliamentary elections now in the dictate when we they get the elections for president. So the date for the parliament, the elections, now in the dictate the date for the president elections because they're all two now on the same day. But the president ain't for wait for your elections until the term don't ripe for the parliament for get your elections. So all presidential elections then get for wait until the term reach for the parliament for get their own elections. Then they choose now the same day for parliament for make we elect to parliamentarians and the same day for make we elect to the next president. So the earliest that any elections for parliament can be held in Sierra Leone now May 25, 2023. So it means President Julius Madabio in tenure go done April 4, 2023, but it is still continue for the president until minimum the ending of May 2023. And as I tell you now, 30 days na the minimum, but then can go as far as 90 days from April 25, 2023. So it means to say 90 days from April 25, 2023, na July 24, 2023. So una don't see the window for elections of the next president and the next members of parliament is constitutionally already determined for be between May 25, 2023 and July 24, 2023. That is a fixed constitutional provision. Now, only within the 60 days then day between May 25, 2023 and July 24, 2023 that we go conduct elections for president and parliament inside Sierra Leone. So the issue of whether na rain season or not rain season, no. The constitution don't already dictate unto we. So President Julius Maada Bio, even though in tenure they end April 4, 2023, as una can see, he get the potential for continue for day in office until July 2023. And una listen carefully. When if we conduct the election, say on the last day, will be July 24, the last constitutional date by which elections can be conducted at July 24, 2023. If we conduct the elections July 24, 2023, then it will take some time for them for count the results. Now inside August, that results they get for come out for be announced. And if they announce that results inside August and a runoff, now it can happen between the top two candidates then definitely we get forget runoff elections inside August 2023 or possibly inside early September 2023. In which case, President Julius Maada Bio in tenure go don end April 2023, April 4, 2023. But he might continue as president until September 2023. This is a constitutional restriction. These are constitutional calculations. So Sierra Leoneans have to keep in mind that we might have a President Julius Maada Bio until September 2023. On that note there, I go end today's broadcast. I know say a lot of una me they ask me all this time, hey doc, the broadcast not they come out, waiting happen. Well, I don't explain tell una, say I may need for double check something with NEC, what I see na then report. Then I make a wait until this morning. I go to NEC office, engage and get the information what I need for clarify. And now that I don't explain to una, I believe say una don't understand how then they choose elections dates inside Sierra Leone. So the aspects of rain season or dry season, no, not to NEC them fault. Now waiting the constitution say. Elections can only be held within 30 days from the term when the first sitting of parliament may happen 5 years from that first sitting day and 90 days from that 10 day. So there is only a 60-day window within which we will conduct elections for president and parliament in Sierra Leone. And that 60-day window, they start from May 24, 2023 until July 24, 2023. So, now in season, yes, but not so the Constitution say. And yes, President Julius Maada Bio in tenure the end April 4, 2018, but there's a very real possibility that he might stay in office until September 2023. So once again, I tell you all, thank you for listening to me. And as I can always do when I done my broadcast, I go play the national anthem. In my next broadcast, we go be audio 033. I will take some time for look into some issues about the All People's Congress Party. And it's not going to be a long broadcast. It's just a very short information what we'll put out. And the broadcast might actually come out before the end of today. I might produce audio 033. If not, because of my schedule, I will produce them tomorrow. But the next broadcast is going to be about the All People's Congress. Let God bless we all. And when I listen to the national anthem in tune and reflect on the words where we say, where we sing about the land that we love, our Sierra Leone. Let God bless we all. Amen.